Well, hello, good evening, and a very warm welcome to the Fadil Vokri Stadium here in Pristina for this international friendly between Kosovo and Jordan. It is the first time in the respective sides' history that they have met, and having both been eliminated from World Cup qualification, they can now completely focus on the future. They can go into this game with plenty of freedom, and it allows both managers to perhaps try out different things tactically without any added pressure. For Kosovo as well, a change in leadership after Bernard Shalandes was relieved of his duties last month. So Primož Gliha in caretaker charge at the moment for the two games in November. Time will tell if he wants the job on a full-time basis or whether they choose to bring in someone else to guide the team going forward. Well, the stadium will be at 30% capacity here today. Around 4,050 tickets have been sold. Formerly the Pristina City Stadium. It can seat just over 13,000, but changed its name to honour the great Fadil Vokri back in 2018, on the day that Vokri sadly passed away. A wonderful player and also the president of the Football Federation of Kosovo for 10 years. During which time he oversaw Kosovo gain both FIFA and UEFA affiliation in 2016, so it was an apt choice, which was very well received in the country as well. Well, Kosovo have officially been eliminated from their World Cup qualification group, despite still having one final game to play next week. That's against Greece. They find themselves bottom of their table with just 4 points from their 7 games played. A 1-0 away win in Georgia and a 1-1 home draw against Greece. Their only points accumulated thus far. They did have a pretty tough group though with Spain, in which they certainly held their own despite losing both games 3-1 and 2-0. And they also had Sweden in that group as well. They lost both home and away by 3-0 there. And as for Jordan, well, they've also been eliminated from the World Cup 2022 qualification process. They have finished third in their group, alongside Australia, Kuwait, Nepal and Chinese Taipei. They were able to win 4 of their 8 matches, though, all of those coming against either Chinese Taipei and Nepal. And they were able to take encouragement, I guess, by 2 very narrow 1-0 losses to table-topping Australia, who won all 8 of their games, but Jordan were able to run them very close on both occasions. So the 4,000 or so that have been the only way to get good results. I'm determined to try and win every match that is possible. Perhaps we need to change things in terms of respecting opponents, as at the moment we are respecting them too much. So interesting words from Primož Gliha coming into this one. Yeah, we're unsure at the moment as to whether he does want the job on a permanent basis or whether someone else will take charge going forward, but he will certainly be in charge not only for today but also for that match against Greece next week. And then of course there's a little bit of time until the referee for this one is from North Macedonia, Dejan Jakimovski, his name. although this stadium is only 30% full, they will do their best to create as raucous an atmosphere as they possibly can. It is an international friendly, Kosovo against Jordan. We can pause momentarily for both sides' national anthems. First of all, Jordan. So national anthems complete. We're just a couple of minutes away from kick-off, so before we do so, let's just have a look at the two teams. Kosovo make 3 changes from their last World Cup qualifier. One comes at the back with Merlind Kriziu making just his second appearance for his country. The other 2 changes both come in midfield with Herolin Shala and Valon Berisha starting. Unfortunately for Kosovo, Elbasan Rashani is injured, so isn't involved at all, and both Bershant Shalina and Lirim Kastrati haven't been included, so they can focus on their club's poor form. There is the referee today, Dejan Jakimovski of North Macedonia, as the 2 captains, Romani and Abdul Rahman, just complete the formalities as we just have a look at the Jordan side for today. Well, they make 4 changes from the team that beat Uzbekistan last time out. Their captain, Mohamed Al-Dumiri, comes back into the defence. And there's a brand new midfield 3 with Noor Al-Rawabda, Ahmed Haykal and Mahmoud Al-Mahdi all starting. Bahar Faisal partners the young and exciting Ali Olwan up front. Well, there are the respective substitutes benches here today, so plenty of options for both managers to call upon if and when they need them. So the first time ever that Kosovo have taken on Jordan. Let's hope for an entertaining and free-flowing game with little pressure on these two after going through the arduous process of having to try and qualify for the World Cup and the pressure that brings with it. A nice chance just to play with the shackles off here this evening. It's Jordan with the kick-off, shooting from right to left in this first half in the all-red strip. Onto the ball early on was Ali Olwan. Murishi is just a little isolated up front there for Kosovo. Has been a little bit of rain about. You can just see a few of the players just losing their balance there. Interesting to see how this pitch copes as the game goes on, whether it will just begin to cut up ever so slightly. Abu Hashish, now Abdul Rahman, the Jordan captain. Kosovo more than happy by the looks of it, just to allow the Jordan defence to have it. Then they apply the press as the ball is played over the halfway line. Abu Hashish again, who's seen plenty of in the early stages here. Nasib. Not a bad ball down that right-hand side. It needs dealing with, and there was just a little nudge in the back from Hekal. And the free kick goes the way of Kosovo. Well, there is Primoz Gliha, who has taken caretaker charge after Bernard Chalandes was sacked. Was previously coaching the Slovenia under-21 side before coming to take caretaker charge of the Kosovo national team. Here's Romani, the Kosovo captain. It's a lovely ball down the right-hand side. Doesn't have too many options to aim for in the penalty area, and he couldn't quite prevent the throw-in, so Kosovo will have a throw-in almost by the corner flag. Be taken by Mergin Vojvoda. Fortuitous to get possession back there. He does have the runner over on the left-hand side. It's a decent ball in as well. It's not been dealt with, and in the end, Jordan are able just to clear their lines. And that's the most threatening attack so far from the home side. And they're going to come once again here through their captain, Romani. Puts it back onto his left foot, just creates the angle to get the ball in. The goalkeeper's done well to come and punch clear Abu Layla. Now Charlotte. Nice player to watch is Herolin Charlotte. It goes down somewhat theatrically there. And yeah, I think the referee's got that absolutely spot on. It almost looked as though he was trying to buy the free kick. Just have a look at Adnan Hamad, the Jordan manager. Back to him as Kosovo once again are on the front foot. Once again, the goalkeeper having to punch to safety. There's been a fast start from Kosovo. It's a lovely ball down the line. The offside flag has stayed down as well, and Kosovo have themselves a corner. Jordan very much under the pump in the opening 5 minutes or so here. Abu Layla a couple of times has had to deal with it. Yeah, was comfortably onside. Was Berisha just trying to pick out Murishi, the imposing figure of Vedat Murishi, number 18 for Kosovo today. It's headed down. Oh, it's taking a deflection into the side netting. It goes. Decent delivery towards that far post. Just headed it down, and unfortunately it actually came off Vojvoda, his own player, and out behind for a goal kick. Certainly no signs in the early stages that Kosovo are going to treat this like a friendly. There's plenty of intent. We had a look at Adnan Hamad, the Jordan manager. Actually, his second spell in charge of the Jordan national side. He guided the team for 4 years between 2009 and 2013. Took charge again in June earlier this year. This is the chance just a second ago. You can just see it coming off the knee there of Vojvoda. Here is Nasib. Olwan, he's someone just to keep an eye on as well. Ali Olwan, he's only 21 years of age, but has a pretty good goal-scoring record in his early career. Actually scored a hat-trick for Jordan last month against Malaysia. 4 goals in his 11 appearances so far for the national side. Abda. Seen plenty of the ball early on here at Jordan. They had to withstand that bit of pressure from Kosovo for a few minutes, but on the whole, they should be playing with plenty of confidence as well. They've been in good form of late. They've actually won 4 of their last 5 matches, including their last 3. Beat Uzbekistan by 3-0 in October, and also Malaysia 4-0, that match where Oli Olwan scored his hat-trick. Those were the 2 matches in October. They beat Bahrain away from home in September. Lost out by 2-0 to Haiti though as well in September, and then back in June they beat South Sudan by 3-0 as well. So they've not only been winning games, but they've been scoring plenty of goals as well. 12 in their last 5 they've managed to score. It's maybe a step up today though against a pretty decent Kosovo side. Yeah, there is Fazli, who will play as left wing back. It's a strong challenge. Last touch, I think, was actually off Faisal, but I think Kosovo, I think Jordan have actually won the throw-in. They have. Taken quickly by Abu Hashish. See Abdul Rahman there, the Jordan captain, just looking to try and drop a little bit deeper, try and get on the ball as often as he can, try and start off the attacks here for the away side. More evidence of player just not quite finding his balance, finding his footing on this slightly slippery pitch. Berisha. Bit of space now for Rahmani to run into. Vojvoda tried to give it back to Rahmani, and it actually came off his own teammate again there. So the throw-in goes Jordan's way, and it looks as though he's in a spot of bother as well. Looked pretty innocuous, but might have just landed a little awkwardly. Halimi is the man who is struggling. Fortunately, he's back up on his feet. I think he's okay. Nice ball down the line. Here is Faisal, who's got a super goal-scoring record himself. Does Baha Faisal. He's been in good form this year as well. 4 league goals for Al Shamal in just 9 appearances this season. His goal-scoring record in general for Al Shamal over the last couple of years has just been quite ridiculous. Baha Faisal has scored 36 league goals in 38 league games for the club. 16 goals for Jordan as well. The volley is struck well, but straight into a Kosovo player. Jordan do well to win the ball back again. They're certainly seeing more of the ball in the early stages here. Knocking it around with confidence. Super idea. I think he actually just hesitated a little bit there. Wasn't entirely sure whether the ball was going to find a way through. It's a good ball. Looking for Rashika, the exciting Rashika. Certainly one of their key players for Kosovo. Here's Milot Rashika, obviously plays his football now in England, in the Premier League for Norwich City. Big money signing. Norwich City paid 11 million euros for Rashika from Werder Bremen in the summer. Rahmani. Some players who play for some big teams to Kosovo. Rahmani, their captain, plays for Napoli in Serie A. Always difficult when you come in as a caretaker manager, like Primož Gliha has. Obviously unsure what's going to happen going forward. Have to try and implement your own ideas onto the side, and of course with it being an international side, you don't really get to spend too much time with your players. Just a couple of weeks every few months. So if you are a new manager and you do want to perhaps play a different style of football to the old manager, it's not necessarily always that straightforward. It can take a little bit of time to get those ideas across. And then it makes it somewhat confusing for the players as well if he is only in charge for this November window, for example, as the cross is played in, but far too close to Mjoric in the Kosovo goal. Yeah, if Primož Gliha wants to play one way in November, and then a new manager takes charge for the international matches in March and wants to play a different way. It all just starts to get a little bit confusing for the team and the methods that they try and instill. It's a nice ball forward, touch from Faisal as well. So quarter of an hour gone. No real clear-cut chance for either side. It's Abu Hashish. It's a free kick that's been given there rather than a throw-in. Didn't get too much of the ball. So it is a chance for some of the big men to go forward from the back. Going to be Abdul Rahman to deliver, and it comes. Not a bad delivery. The referee has spotted some kind of infringement. It goes against Jordan, so Kosovo get the free kick. I said that Jordan come into this with plenty of confidence behind them, having won 4 of their last 5 matches. Less so for Kosovo. They've actually lost their last 3 coming into this. They haven't won since a 1-0 away win against Georgia. That was back on the 2nd of September. It's a good positive run forward from Faisal. It takes a big deflection and Jordan take the lead. And no surprise that it is Baha and he scored last time out against Uzbekistan as well. You'd imagine this one will be credited to him, despite it taking an enormous deflection. And I think questions will be asked because he was allowed to run a long way there without challenge. But providing the initial strike from Faisal was on target, this will tell us. I'm pretty sure it was. I think the goal will belong to the striker. So Jordan have been rewarded for their fast start. They've had plenty of possession. Goalkeeper time wasting with 18 minutes of this game gone. But yeah, he was allowed to run a long way there, wasn't he, Faisal? Wasn't far off the halfway line when he initially picked up the ball, was able just to skip past 2 or 3 challenges. No doubt that got a little bit of good fortune with the strike. It's well defended from Nasib. Starting to don the gloves here this evening. Not the only one. It's a really good ball in, but again, not too many options in the penalty area. It was only Marishi, excuse me, who was lurking. Now Shala looking for Marishi. The danger's not been cleared. Oh, it found its way through to Voivoda, but the whistle goes. Just took a bit of a knock, did Al Dumairi inside the penalty area. In fairness to Kosovo, I was saying that they had been struggling a little bit coming into this match, but standard of opposition that they've been playing has been pretty tough as they try and spring a break here. You could see what he was trying to do, just play it into Berisha, who was making the run forward from midfield. But now there's a few gaps for Jordan to try and expose down the other end. It's Faisal again who tried to slip him through, and that's well defended from Kosovo, but it's got a nice end-to-end feel about things now as this one. Halimi. Good ball down the line, but it's well defended from Abu Hashish. This was the strike again. Absolutely nothing that Muric could do in the Kosovo goal. He's done well to find a way through, has Rashika. Now can he pick out a man? No, he can't. Half-hearted appeals for a handball, but the referee is unmoved, and Nasib in the end is able just to clear the ball away downfield. And in the end, Jordan get themselves a free kick. It looked as though the referee was half thinking about showing the first yellow card in this one. So it just hit the elbow of Nasib, but his arms were nice and close to the body. Yeah, Kosovo have played both Spain and Sweden in their last 3 games. They actually played Spain at home. Only lost by 2-0, so they did pretty well to keep that as close as it was. It was a relatively strong Spanish side. The likes of Busquets, Laporte and Morata and Ferran Torres. All over the top looking for Maurici. I don't think he was fully expecting the ball to actually go over Nasib. It's nicely worked, so and he goes down right on the edge of the penalty area. And this is a free kick in a very promising position here. Good stuff from Rashika. He may well fancy this free kick himself. Abdul Rahman not particularly happy with the decision. As though it may well be Valon Berisha who is lining this one up. It is going to be Berisha. It wasn't a bad effort, and I think it's actually taken a little flick off the goalkeeper there, who I think has landed a bit awkwardly as well. He had it covered, had it been on target. Just hope he's okay now, the goalkeeper. You can just see him clutching his lower back, maybe his coccyx, just as he's landed there. He's back up on his feet, which is good news. So now they have a corner to try and deal with. Decent delivery as well, flicked on and just wide. It was Romani who I think got the flick on. It was difficult to tell from the angle that we saw it. It possibly looked a little closer than it was. Hasn't scored for Kosovo for about 2 years. Last goal came in October 2019. Amir Rahmani said he's playing his trade at Napoli in Serie A. Struggled to establish himself really as a first-team regular for Napoli over the years, but this year seems to be a little different. He started 9 league games this season for them. He scored a couple of goals as well. Napoli going really well in Serie A. I'll be eyeing up the title with the likes of Juventus struggling a little bit. It's a good ball to Maurici. Here he is again. That's a lovely turn from Maurici, and he's trying to bend it. It's a super save. Abu Layla got down very quickly, and a strong right wrist just to tip the ball around the post and out for a corner, but how about this from Marishi? As soon as he got inside the penalty area, you could almost see what he wanted to do. Just bend it towards that bottom left-hand corner, and that's good defending. And Jordan have themselves a goal kick, even though Kosovo seem fairly convinced it should be a corner. And that's the best save that Abu Leila's had to make so far today. No surprise that it was Vedat Marishi who called him into action. He scored 8 international goals for Kosovo in 2021, has Vedat Marishi, including 4 against San Marino. He's been in good touch. Another one who's playing his football in Serie A at Lazio. By all accounts, not enjoying it a huge amount. He signed from Fenerbahce in Turkey, and there have been a few rumours circulating that he may well want to go back to Fenerbahce. That's good football. Vojvoda. There's plenty of space if they can switch the play. That's exactly what he's tried to do, but just couldn't quite get enough on it. They get a little lucky to keep hold of it now. Lovely turn from Rashika, just a little heavy with his touch. It's a good ball as well, but the goalkeeper comes out and claims authoritatively. Actually, still at Manchester City is Ariana Muric, the Kosovo goalkeeper. He's on loan at Adana Demirspor in Turkey. He's now been on loan 5 times since he's been at Manchester City. It's a bit of a misunderstanding, so Jordan get the throw in. Substitutes warming up. You'd imagine we'll see plenty of changes as this match goes on, with it being a friendly, a chance to just utilise all of their squad. Plenty of Kosovo shirts around the ball to win possession back for the home side. Rashika has continued his run down that left-hand touchline, but Kosovo decide to probe the other way. Rahmani has got Vojvoda out to the right-hand side of him. He's just tried to do a little too much, and Jordan are able to win possession back comfortably. That's a poor ball, though, and actually had a little more time, Berisha, than he thought, but his pass was able to find Vojvoda. Here is Shala. Ball was fizzed into Rashika's. First touch was absolutely exemplary, though. Switching the play nicely, Vojvoda attempted the first time delivery on the volley and got that one wrong. Well, I think he'll be absolutely delighted with the opening half an hour. Adnan Hamad, the Jordan manager, side have seen plenty of the ball. They've utilised it well. They've got the opening goal as well. The space out on the left-hand side if they can find it. Here's Rashika. Rashika does go left. Now can he pick out a man? It's towards Marishi. And Jordan are able to well, try and clear it away. In fact, it has just gone out for a goal kick. I thought it was just going to stay in that corner there for a throw-in. Well, everyone thought it was a throw in there, a handball, excuse me. You could hear the fans and the players. They were all calling for it. 15 minutes to go in this first half. Jordan with the lead. Only goal of the game coming from Bahar Faisal. It's an ambitious ball to try and play, especially on this kind of surface. I mentioned that it had been raining a little bit. It's quite a slippery pitch. Try and play those through balls in the air. They're always just going to skid on. Very difficult to get them checking up. It's Rashika. Rashika wanted it played back. Instead, it's given through to Berisha. Kosovo definitely turning the screw here. Rashika trying to get his shot away. It's good defending again, though, from Haddad. Plenty of bodies behind the ball for Jordan. Rashika has sold his teammate a little short, but he does get it back. Need to try and get control of the ball again here, Jordan. Feel as though it's backs against the wall for the time being as Haddad tries to change that, goes down, and this time does win his side a free kick. Good work from Haddad, and they get on with it very quickly. It's a super ball as well. Faisal just couldn't try take it with him, and in the end he's almost rugby tackled to ground. Grieziu just lost his balance as well. In the end, I think just realised he had to try and get his body in the way, because otherwise Faisal was through once more. Could just see there, just not allowing him to continue that run. So it's kind of in that area of the field that it's going to take something pretty special to beat the goalkeeper from this distance, but it has been done. Two of them over it, Faisal and Abdul Rahman. Looks as though it is going to be Bahar Faisal. Faisal, well, he tried to use that technique that we see so many players use. So Ronaldo and Bale and David Luiz. Is Berisha. Just trying to lift the tempo here for Kosovo. Again, they've got the man out to the left. It's a really poor pass, though, from Fazili. And now he's gone down. Maybe a challenge out of frustration from Halimi there. And it looks as though he's taken a nasty blow there. It's onto the shin of Alro Abdu. It was not a particularly good challenge coming in from behind there, Halimi. Might be a little fortunate to escape without a booking. Plenty of thinking for him to do. Primož Gliha. They're just beginning to heat up out here. A little bit of needle between these two sides. Challenges that the referee doesn't particularly like coming in. Maybe trying to get their own back on Halimi after his challenge just a couple of seconds previously. So Kosovo have 10 minutes or so to try and level this game up before the half-time break. Abu Layla hasn't had too much to do in the Jordan goal. He did make one fabulous save off Marishi, and that'll be a goal kick. Last touch coming off Aliti. Rashica looking one of the most lively, you would say, for Kosovo. It's a lovely touch around the corner. Faisal has looked good as well in an attacking sense for Jordan. He's desperately trying to create an option here. It's a good tackle, had to make sure that that was well timed to dispossess Mahdi. Now Marishi goes down, and again the referee wants nothing to do with it. Here's Haddad. Decent ball as well. Easily dealt with. I think you could just hear an exasperated gasp coming from the sideline there from Primož Gliha. Far too easy to play that ball down the right-hand side. Abu Hashish. Faisal dropping deep. Again, it's another strong challenge. Talimi involved again. Faisal has stayed down. Well, I said it after about 10-15 minutes of this match, but it definitely doesn't feel like a friendly. That was another very strong challenge, wasn't it, from Halimi? It certainly looked as though studs were up there going in on Faisal. Referee just happy to allow these challenges to go unpunished though. No yellow cards as yet. Just taking that little break as an opportunity to get some fluids on board. Faisal heads it on. Haven't seen too much of Ali Olwan so far for Jordan, the 21-year-old up front. We've seen plenty of Bahar Faisal, but just haven't quite been able to get the youngster into the game. It's Vojvoda, whose throw-in has somewhat put his side under pressure. Good pressure being applied, though, from Jordan. Not allowing any of the Kosovo defence to have time and space on the ball. Now Marishi's touch lets him down. Did well to keep that in. Faisal. Oli Olwan just allows the ball to run out of play for a throw-in. Just coming up to the last 5 minutes then of this first half. Looking a little frustrated out there, isn't he, Primož Gliha? Not too happy, not too content with what he's seen. Challenge, and he made a pretty poor one just a couple of minutes beforehand as well. Abu Layla, as he has done since Jordan have taken the lead in this first half, collects the ball and just goes to ground, just tries to take the sting out of this game. Another strong challenge from Halimi. He's got to be careful here, has Halimi. The referee's patience will begin to wear thin. you feel if he continues to go sliding into tackles. You can see he's frustrated. He feels as though they're all fair, but certainly the one that he picked up a yellow card for, I think, was a definite yellow card. Rashica does well, escapes one challenge. Oh yeah, I think he's just been stood on there. He's got studs to the top of the foot, which is always painful, and looked as though another yellow card was shown there. Yeah, you can just see studs down the side of the ankle. I think it was Al Rawabda who has picked up that yellow card. We'll get that confirmed for you. Yeah, there is confirmation it was indeed. So free kick to Kosovo. Good opportunity here to put some quality delivery inside the penalty area. Of Kliesu have all gone forward. Halimi's left-footed delivery, it was towards Kliesu, but now the counter-attack is on for Jordan. If the ball was just a little bit better, he's done well as Shala, who was one of the few that didn't venture forward for that free kick, and did well just to pick up the pieces there and tidy things up. Ball through Marishi's layoff. I don't think he was necessarily expecting that, Halimi. Didn't quite seem to be on the same wavelength when Marishi just played back that first time layoff. That's nicely done. Now Faisal's ball wasn't a bad one. Could see the idea, looking to try and get Heikal away. And in the end, goalkeeper is able to clear it forward, looking for Marishi. There's confirmation of the yellow card for Halimi about 4 minutes or so ago. So 2 yellow cards have been shown, one for Halimi, one for Al Rawabda. Just Nasib hooks it clear. Now Shala into Marishi. Marishi, I think, maybe thought that a foul was going to be called from the referee on Shala. Nothing given again. He's done his best as the referee to try and allow play to continue. He's had no choice on a couple of occasions but to pull it back for the free kick. On the whole, it's been a relatively free-flowing opening half. Here goes Haddad. Jordan looking dangerous on the counter-attack. Only Faisal inside the penalty area. It's a poor ball through, looking to try and squeeze one through to Heikal, who is making the run forward. And we're inside the last 60 seconds of the regulation 45. Might be a little bit to add on at the end. Not a huge amount though. Maybe one final opportunity here for Kosovo. Rashica is a super ball in, and it's very well defended as well from Aldumeri. Back into the side today, Aldumeri. That was the challenge up the other end of the field just a minute or so ago, in which Shala thought that he was brought to ground illegally. They've got to stay focused here of Jordan. Trying to see out this first half. Rashica's ball in is a deep one, it's over everybody. And it is out of play and behind for a goal kick. So eyes on the fourth official here as to how much time will be added on, if any, at the end of this 45. poised to blow the half-time whistle. And there it is. So Jordan leads at the break. It was the 18-minute mark, Bahar Faisal's 17th Jordan goal. He was able to run a long way, mind you. He picked the ball up just inside the Kosovo half, and his strike took a massive deflection up and over the goalkeeper. Muric left with absolutely no chance. Marishi probably had the best opportunity for Jordan. His left-footed strike was brilliantly turned around the post by Abu Layla. It's been feisty. It's certainly not felt like a friendly. And at half-time, it's Kosovo 0, Jordan 1.
Kosovo
So welcome back everybody to the Stadium Fadil Vokri here in Pristina, an international friendly between Kosovo and Jordan. The second half just about to get underway at the break. It is Jordan who have the lead, the goal coming on the 18-minute mark. Bahar Faisal picking the ball up just inside the Kosovo half. He was allowed to run an awfully long way before pulling the trigger from about 25 yards out. The ball taking a wicked deflection over the goalkeeper Muric, who could do absolutely nothing about it, and into the back of the net. Kosovo, they were kept relatively quiet throughout that opening 45. Best chance fell to Vedat Murici, whose left-footed strike very nearly found the bottom left-hand corner of the net, but it was a super save from Abu Layla in the Jordan goal to keep the score at 1-0. So it looks as though we may well have a substitution here. Castrati, the man who was warming up, here he is for Kosovo. So just have a look here and see who's going to come off. Imagine as this second half goes on, we'll have plenty of substitutions from both teams. So Zagrova also going to come on. So a couple of changes to start the second half. So Kriesiu is one player who has made way. So Edon Zagrova. It's a nice ovation. There's Zagrova. And we'll just try and confirm who the other substitution will be. Castrati coming on. But for Jordan, it is the same 11 that started the game. Jordan, on the whole, will be pretty pleased, I think, with how they played in that first half. They had plenty of possession, perhaps more than people thought they would have. Just confirming, it is Halimi who has been replaced by Castrati. Maybe no surprise there, because he was on a yellow card, and maybe a little fortunate to only be on a yellow card. He'd made some fairly strong challenges in that first half. Chance to get the ball in early on here, and they've got themselves an early corner. Yeah, I think Primoz Gliha fully aware that Halimi was walking a tightrope in this second period, so a good decision, I think, to replace him. So Castrati comes on, and Kosovo have themselves a very early corner here. It's going to be taken by Berisha. Decent ball as well towards the far post. The header is off the crossbar. It was Murici who climbed above everybody. The goalkeeper came and somewhat flapped. And Murici, just a couple of inches lower, would have levelled things up. He is such a threat from those kind of deliveries. Vedat Murici, 6'4" tall. He is a big, powerful player. He'll be a little disappointed there, I think, that he wasn't able to divert that header goal bound. So Jordan survived for now, and on the front foot they come now. It's really well done. The referees played at a good advantage, and now some space out on this left-hand side for Aliti. Aliti tried to squeeze one through to Rashika, but it's well defended again from the visiting side. It's given away cheaply from Charlotte. Here is Nasib, one of many of the Jordan players that play their domestic football at Al Wedat. Tried to play the nutmeg to Defender was equal to it, and now, again, Jordan looking to try and spring a break. They look pretty dangerous on the counter-attack in that first half. Abda gets it back, Abda. Fans doing their best over on that far side to get behind their side. Said 30% capacity allowed in here today. Stadium that can fit just over 13,000. This was the header from Marishi just a second ago. Not really what you want to see from your goalkeeper, coming and getting absolutely nowhere near it. Long ball over the top, looking for Marishi. The defenders, well, he allowed it to bounce and he's got away with it somewhat. Went to ground in the end. Aldemariam was probably a little relieved when he heard the referee's whistle there. Well, I was reading some of the pre-match quotes from Primož Gliha coming into this game, saying that he believes that Kosovo respect their opponents too much, and that was something that he wanted to try and change. Maybe the amount that they've allowed Jordan to have the ball today is something that he's talking about. It's really well done from Rashika, and the cross is sliced behind for a goal kick. Was the little touch on the back from Marishi. There wasn't a lot in it. Well, Kosovo came so close to qualifying for Euro 2020. Entered the qualifying stage where they shared a group with Bulgaria, the Czech Republic, Montenegro and England. They were very much the dark horses of the qualification campaign, but they created a bit of a buzz, really. Come back to that as Kosovo are on the front foot here, looking to try and level it up. The strike is high and not particularly handsome from the substitute, Zegrova. Yeah, they managed to beat Bulgaria, Montenegro, and then a home win over the Czechs as well. They actually took second place behind England in the group. Quite amazingly, they'd gone 15 matches, nearly 2 years without defeat. They'd won 11 of those 15 matches as well in that time. The game against England away from home actually saw Kosovo take an early lead as well. Unfortunately, they eventually fell to a 5-3 defeat, but it was a richly entertaining game. And it ended the longest unbeaten run in the history of Kosovo. So Jordan have themselves a corner here. So yeah, I think it looks as though Aldemeri isn't going to be able to continue.
Substitute for Kosovo. Number 3 has been replaced by number 17, Dولية.
Although the thumbs up from the physio there, so maybe it's going to be okay. So Adnan Hamad can just take his time to determine whether he does need to make a change. Pretty good player himself was Adnan Hamad, the Jordan manager. He played 17 times for Iraq in his playing career. Has actually been in charge of several national teams throughout his career, the likes of Iraq and Lebanon and Bahrain. He's also managed. Here's Rashika. Just feel as the ball is played in, the header was never troubling the goalkeeper. Yeah, you kind of feel every time Rashika gets on the ball, there's a sense of expectation from the home crowd here. There's a sense of excitement. He's definitely the one that looks the most likely, looks the most lively. Here is Castrati, the substitute, looking to try and use his fresh legs to escape a few challenges, which he does. In the end, gives the ball away, though. And Aldemeri is back on the fields, and he's the one who clears the ball away to safety for Jordan. Ali Olwan trying to pick up the loose ball. I said in the first half, didn't see too much of the 21-year-old Ali Olwan. He's kept pretty quiet from the Kosovo defence. It was Bahar Faisal, really, who we saw more of, and that's actually going to be his last involvement. Ali Olwan looks as though Suleiman is the man who is going to come on and replace him. So Olwan's day is done. And it's going to be a couple of changes. Al Saifi is also going to come on, and I think Hekal, the man who's come off there. So Al Saifi, the man who takes the captain's armband as well, 35 years of age, is Oday Al Saifi. His 112th appearance for Jordan here this evening. Actually returned to the national team after a 3-year absence last November. Glad to have him back in the squad. Looking to try and find him over on that right-hand side, but just came up short, easily dealt with, and Kosovo can bring it forward. Just coming up to an hour played, still Kosovo 0, Jordan 1. The goal coming on the 18-minute mark. Bahar Faisal with the goal. Took a huge deflection on the way through. There's no doubt that Faisal will be claiming it. So a free kick in a dangerous position here for the home side. Once again, you'd imagine he will be the target, Marishi. And he comes, it's not a good ball, and they're a little fortunate really to have themselves a corner kick. It was just sliced behind off the left foot of Faisal. Did have the option short if they wanted it. I think they're going to actually just play it straight in. It's the rather ominous task of trying to mark Marishi. Marishi, it's headed towards goal. It was actually Fazili who won the header, but it was a comfortable save for the goalkeeper. Vojvoda was there following it in just in case of any spillage. Almost off the shoulder, wasn't it, of Fazili. Only the 3 attempts for Jordan, but they do have that all-important goal. Romani. Super ball from Romani. For once, Rashika's touch actually lets him down, and Jordan do well to win themselves the throw-in. Al-Saifi, the man playing it off Vojvoda. Another change as Salmani comes on for Kosovo, and Rashika the man to make way. Might be a bit of relief there for Jordan, seeing Rashika trot off. Said he certainly looked the most threatening, you would say. So half an hour or so for Salmani. Great feet from Vojvoda, skipping past a couple of challenges. Al-Saifi tried to win possession back. Now a bit of space here for Rahmani. Now Vojvoda seems to have just switched sides here. Vojvoda, that's a nice little reverse pass. Good football this from Kosovo. Loshai delivers, looking for Marishi. Very well defended, and in fact the referee awards Jordan the free kick. It was Aldemeri once again, who's been in the wars a little bit in this second half. Wasn't too much in that. Ball from Shala. Does have the overlapping run if he wants it. Zegrova. That's a good ball from Zegrova to Vojvoda. Vojvoda flicks one in. Not dealt with, the loose ball picked up by Zegrova. Probing here, looking for Marishi. Marishi nearly able to get onto the loose ball, but Jordan are allowed to clear it away. Vojvoda again, that's a lovely little dummy from Berisha. Now Marishi's ball is not a particularly good one, and it's easily dealt with from Jordan. There's lots of nice build-up play for Kosovo. It's just that final pass, that final shot that is lacking. Vojvoda seemingly seeing a lot more of the ball now. He's moved over onto this left-hand side rather than playing down the right. Here's Salmani, the substitute. He's given it away. And Al-Saifi clears the ball downfield. Free kick does go the way of Kosovo. But Faisal not too sure or convinced about that decision. Here they come again. It's just a barrage of attack right now from Kosovo. Zegrova is dispossessed. However, the ball wasn't kept in, so it will be a corner kick here to the home side. It's the outswinger this time, but it's Faisal who's there, and I think that'll be a throw-in rather than a corner. No, it is a corner kick. This time it's going to be the left-footed in-swinger. It's not a good delivery again. Once more, it's the man at the near post, but Faisal who can clear it away. That one hurt. Well, can they transfer all of this pressure into a goal, Kosovo? Vojvoda looking for Marishi. Marishi just used his elbow there. Nasib not looking too happy. The referee saw it immediately though, and whistle is blown. crowd now just getting on the back of as Abu Layla. I think that's probably why the fans are just getting a little bit fed up with it. He has been time wasting since about the 18th minute as the goalkeeper, ever since they took the lead. Every time the ball has been crossed in, he'll catch it and fall to his knees. Marishi just having an in-depth conversation with Aldemiri. They've had a good battle together. But that's the important scoreline, still 1-0 to Jordan. Just under 25 minutes to go in this second half. As I said, Kosovo will travel to Greece in 4 days' time. So that is their last World Cup qualifying match away to Greece. Even though they have been eliminated, they cannot qualify no matter what happens in that match. As for Jordan, well, they have another friendly. They're on the road again. They will take on Belarus in 6 days' time, the 16th of November. They're pretty busy, Jordan, in December, as they have the Arab Cup to play. So they play the likes of Saudi Arabia, Morocco and Palestine the first week of December. Kosovo's World Cup qualifying group, well, that's already determined, really. Sweden have already guaranteed themselves qualification to the World Cup. Spain have assured themselves of at least the playoffs. Penny for his thoughts. Primož Kliha. of Kosovo is growing and growing as the second half goes on. They're seeing more of the ball, they're getting into the final third more and more as well. Just yet to find that finishing touch. That's a lovely layoff off the chest of Marishi. I don't think anyone told him that Al-Saifi was just behind him. They do keep possession though, although that's not a great pass to Shala. Again, they get a little fortunate that the loose ball finds its way through. That's a super turn. Salmani looking to try and squeeze one into Marishi. And again, Jordan are able to clear their lines. Well, I think Jordan just need to try and stem the flow here somewhat. As I said, the pressure is just beginning to build. They're under the cosh. And a few more changes here. Al-Mahdi is going to be replaced, so Isrewa comes on. Just trying to keep fresh legs on the field, and the goal scorer, his night is done. Bahafez Al-Saif, and Alderek also comes on, so just under 20 to go. That's a poor challenge. Vojvoda has stayed down. So another chance to put a decent delivery inside the penalty area here. Great feat, wasn't it, from Vojvoda? Berisha, nice little 1-2 with Marishi, but again it's easily dealt with, and now Jordan can try and come on the counter-attack. Done a pretty good job to keep the ball in there, but it just gone out of play for a throw-in. We'd imagine last 15 minutes, Jordan are just going to try and keep as many bodies back behind the ball as they can and just say to Kosovo, we'll try and break us down if you can. Again, right in front of the referee. Berisha goes to ground heavily, wins his side another free kick. Set pieces are certainly beginning to tally up here. I think a yellow card has been shown for that one as well. There are a couple of yellows in the first half. Towards Marishi again. Every set piece is directed towards him. Berisha's ball though is far too close to the goalkeeper, and looks as though Rahman has stayed down, so the goalkeeper's just hit the ball out of play for a throw-in, but Jordan should be given the ball back. Yeah, the fans have just been getting increasingly frustrated throughout this second half. So Romani has been shown the yellow card. Well, he was told yellow card for dissent for the Kosovo captain. Oh, how Jordan would love a second goal just to try and put this one to bed. This would be another big morale-boosting, confidence-boosting win if they could get over the line here. It would be 5 of their last 6 games that they would have won. It's a little lucky and it's found its way through to Al Saif. He's got options left and right. He may decide to go himself. He did. Wasn't a bad strike. You can't really blame him for going for goal there. So just coming up to the final 10 minutes. Berisha. It's a good ball, and now plenty of space for Marishi. Marishi, well, you could see the idea, but the pass was nowhere near Shakrova, and it's another easy claim for the goalkeeper. Was in a bit of space if he could have found that ball over to that right-hand touchline there, Marishi. Tries to skip past one, that's a clear obstruction. The referee has decided to play the advantage. The strike is a good one, but it was always just over the crossbar again. The goalkeeper falls to ground and looks a little uncomfortable. More groans of frustration around this stadium. Decent effort, wasn't it, from the substitute? He's done well to get past his man inside the final 10 minutes now. How much will Jordan go after this second goal, or are they just pretty content with the one? It's given away cheaply, and now Kosovo can try and spring into life. They've got themselves a throw-in. Trying to pick out Selmani. Here's Berisha. It's a lovely switch of play from Berisha. Or is it just slightly too much on it? There are a couple of Kosovo players over there, Kastrati and also Shagrova. This was the advantage just a second ago that allows Shagrova to get that strike away. He hit it beautifully with the left foot. Selmani, good defending. on the whole, you've got to say that Jordan have defended pretty resiliently today. There hasn't been too much that has come easily for Kosovo. They've not been able to get in behind too easily. Goalkeeper on the whole has been pretty quiet as well. He's had to make a couple of decent saves. Plenty of time still remaining though. Selmani. Not a great ball in, but Berisha keeps it alive. It's nicely worked, just too much on the ball again. And well, it's been a bit of a common pattern for Kosovo today. They've looked pretty good in parts. They've kept the ball nicely. They've moved it around, but just that final bit of quality has been lacking. It's as though Ayed is going to come on here for Jordan. So Abdul Rahman, the man to come off. So Rajai Ayed, the 28-year-old, comes on. Still looking for his first Jordan goal. Another one who plays his football at Al Wedat. He's actually been at the same club since he was 15 years of age. And he will get the final 7 or 8 minutes, plus whatever the referee decides to add on. Berisha. No one in the penalty area at the moment, so Zagrova is just going to have to try and check his run, wait for the cavalry to arrive. Wasn't a bad ball. May well find a Jordan show, which it does. Somewhat of an aimless pass forward, but he did well. Now he's tried to slip one through, but it was good defending from Vojvoda, but Jordan have doubled their lead. Vojvoda just lost his footing, and it allowed Alderadre to nip in and finish emphatically past the goalkeeper. For all of Kosovo's possession, for all of their pressure, they've been unable to get the ball past the goalkeeper. They've been unable to create anything really of note. And Jordan, throughout this game, have looked a real threat on the counter-attack. And no surprise that it's a counter-attack that has seen them double their advantage. It's the substitute, Alderadre, who scored it. I thought Vojvoda had done really well initially to get there ahead of him, but instead he actually just played it perfectly into the path of the substitute. And it looks as though it is going to be 5 wins out of their last 6 games for Jordan, whereas Kosovo's struggles continue. Emphatic finish. Eyeing up the third here, they've got to be careful. Oh, he's just hacked him down. That should be a free kick, and I think the referee will just allow play to go on. Well, you never know. A goal in the next couple of minutes would set up an enthralling climax to this one. And it looks as though Kosovo are going to be beaten on their own patch, and they could be beaten by a scoreline more. To his left-hand side as well there if he wanted, but can't really blame him for going for goal himself. Well, just a case of trying to see this one out now for Jordan. They'll certainly go into that Arab Cup full of confidence. That's given away cheaply though. A chance to get one back. Peels for offside, but it's a great save again from the goalkeeper. Hasn't had too much to do today, but what he has had, Abu Layla has dealt with admirably. Again, it was Abu Layla's turn this time, just to stand up as tall as he could for as long as he could. Just on his less favoured right foot, Marishi. Left-footed out-swinging delivery. The set pieces haven't been too good in this second half, and the shot is not a particularly good one, and it just goes behind, and it allows Jordan just to reset. Well, this was the chance previously. Just read exactly what he was trying to do there. Al-Tamari, the man that came on for Ali Olwan. Oh, they've given it away again, and here come Jordan again, looking threatening every single time they come forward right now with the away side, and eventually Kosovo are able to get bodies back behind the ball. The danger not cleared though. Al-Saif fall goes for goal, and actually very nearly fortuitously found its way through to a teammate. Kosovo putting so many bodies forward, trying to claw back this 2-goal deficit. There's a lot of gaps down the other end for Jordan to try and exploit. Zakrova, he's looked pretty lively since he came on. Into the final 60 seconds we go. Marishi's layoff wasn't a good one. Al-Tamari. Nasib, it's a super touch as well. Playing with a real swagger now. Haddad trying to play the ball across early. I think he was quite on the same wavelength as his teammate. Now Vojvoda can bring it clear for Kosovo. Castrati. Vojvoda again. Vojvoda shifts it, but again the ball in is not good enough, and here come Jordan again here. Well, he had only had one choice really, and that was to try and take Al-Tamari out. Al-Tamari continues, it's 3 against 2 here. Al-Tamari, it's a lovely ball across, surely they're just queuing up here. Al-Saif, it's a great save from the goalkeeper again. And at the moment, Muric is almost single-handedly keeping this scoreline somewhat respectable for Kosovo.
4 minutes additional time.
Yellow card has been shown to Aro Abdi. He's already been booked, so this is going to be a red card. So Jordan will play the last 4 minutes. Down to 10 men. Aro Abdi, that was a little foolish of him. This was the chance just a second ago for Jordan to try and make it 3. Almost had too many options, didn't he, Al-Tamari? Unselfish, tried to play in Al-Saif and just couldn't quite apply the finish, thanks to Muric again, who was there. And then Aro Abdi, after giving away the free kick, just decided to stand half a yard in front of the free kick, and pretty easy decision for the referee to make there. So a second yellow card for him. Marishi, it's a decent ball as well. Vojvoda was always leaning back. Lovely layoff from Marishi. Well, that was the goal that they were able to score. strong header to win possession back for Jordan. This time it doesn't look as though there's much intention of trying to get a third. To the corner he goes, but good challenge to win possession back. Marishi's layoff. Trying to find Berisha. So they are missing three of their key players here today are Kosovo, that will be brought back into the fold, no doubt, with Elbashan Rashani. He's injured, unfortunately. Bershant Shalina, and he hasn't actually been included because of the struggles for his domestic side. So his club actually asked for him not to be included today. Naseeb's touch was a little heavy. Nearly won possession back, but we're 3 minutes of the 4 minutes through. And that's very calmly done. Just headed back to his goalkeeper, who again will just take as long as he can to pick the ball up, just take a few more seconds out of the game. That's another super result for Jordan. Adnan Hamad is doing a great job for the Jordan national side. It's not the first game in charge that Primož Gliha is after as their new caretaker manager. If he does want the job full-time, he's not done his chances too much good. Possibly the last attack. Help forward, looking for Marishi. Marishi wins the flick on. It's good defending again. I think that's a goal kick. It is. Very well defended, and the full-time whistle goes. It is yet another win for Jordan. Another confidence-boosting victory for them. That's now 5 of their last 6 matches that they've won. The opening goal coming on the 18-minute mark. Bahar Faisal was able to run a long way, pulled the trigger from about 25 yards out. It took a wicked deflection up and over the goalkeeper. Absolutely nothing that he could do about it. And then it was a drama-filled last 10 minutes or so. Jordan were able to get the second 5 minutes from time. One of the substitutes, Aldaradre, running through and finishing emphatically with his left foot. They were reduced to 10 men late on as Noor Al-Rawabda was shown a second yellow card in injury time. Kosovo, well, they probed, they were patient, but they really couldn't test the Jordan goalkeeper. Full time here, it's Kosovo 0, Jordan 2.